The dusk of late November cast a gentle, golden glow over the bustling village of Poraamai. Residents had returned from their day's labor and were now absorbed in their evening household chores. Nestled on the outskirts of the village stood a forlorn, dilapidated hut, home to Amar, the stonecutter, and his family. Amar was not only very poor, but also belonged to the lowest caste, and as migrant worker, he was not even part of the Poraamai community, which offers some stability and safety to its residents. Fashioned from loosely bound coconut leaves, the fragile walls and roof of their humble abode, family was in the midst of preparing their evening meal, the air filled with the sounds of bubbling pots and lively chatter. Suddenly, the rhythmic thump of heavy boots and a metallic stick echoing along the path outside announced the most dreaded visitor of all, Ravana. Her mere presence sent a chill through Amar's spine. As she appeared in the doorway, the jovial atmosphere inside the hut evaporated. Her face, shrouded under a dark brown hood, was marked by years of ruthless exploitation, and her eyes were cold and calculating. What moments ago was filled with laughter and joy, the family now huddled together, their activities halted, hearts pounding with a mix of fear and resignation. Ravana, Poraamai's ruthless and unmerciful moneylender, was well known for her reputation. Her visit signaled a deepening of their already unbearable hardship. As she reached the door, Ravana's silhouette loomed large, a stark contrast to the fragile home before her. Her voice, dripping with mock courtesy, broke the tense silence. Amar steeled himself, knowing that this visit would only bring more suffering to his already burdened family. Amar, Ravana's voice was as sharp as the chisel Amar used in the quarry. "You know why I'm here." Amar nodded, his heart pounding. "Yes, madam. We are trying our best. But with the medical expenses for my father and the rising costs of food and tool repairs, we haven't been able to save enough." Ravana's eyes narrowed, her gaze piercing through Amar's soul. "You took a loan of 80,000 rupees at the beginning of the season to pay for medical expenses of your father. I expect my payments on time on the last day of each month. You know the interest is 9% each month. That is 7,200 rupees. But you have not yet paid the interest of last month. If you don't pay, the consequences will be severe." Amar swallowed hard, his voice barely a whisper. "Madam, please. If you could just reduce the interest rate. We will repay everything, I promise." Ravana's laughter was harsh and unyielding, echoing in the silent night. "Reduce the interest? Do you think this is a charity, Amar? No, if you fail to make the payments, I will have no choice but to take what is mine. Your tools and your livestock. And if that is not enough, I will take your daughters with me to work as cleaners in my Poraamai home, or as helpers in my laundry business at Dobighat, until your debts are settled. Remember, they will have to pay rent for the room and food that they receive from me, and that will not be cheap. It will be a very long time before you see your daughters ever again." Tanvi, Amar's wife, clutched at his arm, tears streaming down her face. "Please, we beg of you. Show some mercy." Ravana sneered, her lips curling into a cruel smile. "Mercy? Mercy is for the weak. You have 1 month to make your payment for last month, this month and next month. In 30 days, I will return and you will pay me 21,600 rupees. I won't remind you again. And don't think you can run away from your debt. I know where your native village and your extended family are located. And God will find you." She pointed to her growling pit bull terrier, whose name was God. "He will sniff wherever you go. There's nowhere you can hide." With that, she turned on her heel and left, leaving the family in a state of despair. The weight of her threats hung heavy in the air, a dark cloud of hopelessness that settled over their hearts. The girls huddled close to their mother, fear evident in their innocent eyes. This film was created by 20 village girls spread across Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The girls filmed most of the scenes involving children themselves. The story is fictional and created by artificial intelligence. The story does not in any way relate to the people shown in the film. Please subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Visit the channel frequently. We create stories about village life several times each week. Any profits will go back to the girls, their families, and other volunteers. Any volunteers interested in participating in the project can write to traditionalvillagegirls@gmail.com. Thank you from your traditional village girls.